that's why the game went the way it went.
What has been the biggest issue, or what have been the big issues the past two games defensively?
Competing. This game in particular, I mean, they shot 63% from the three. I've never even been a part of that kind of situation, 12 for 19. But, so we can't really adjust and go zone. They've already got confidence from the three, so we try to adjust because they were killing us on ball screens. We guarded ball screens. Well, we were supposed to guard ball screens probably 4 different ways. And they were kind of having their way on ball screens, flare screens. We didn't really have each other's back, help side, just undisciplined, really. And like I said, they did a good job of setting and using screens, and on the other end, we didn't. Our spacing wasn't good. We weren't screening anybody. We're blowing up every set, especially out of timeouts. So it was pretty frustrating.
Coach, in the meeting in Blacksburg, Lattimore had such a big game for you guys. Did you see Tech defending her any differently this time around?
We didn't compete.
Paris, as you guys are trying to claw back into the game, you guys got it down to, I think, 5 points in that second quarter. Where did you see kind of the game slip away from that point on? Did you notice anything out there?
I think it just goes back to literally what Coach Mox is saying. Like, we just have to fight. We have to want it more than the other team. Yeah.
Coach, from a shooting standpoint, obviously sometimes they just don't go down, but in terms of generating the shots that you're looking for, both today and the Florida State game on Thursday, you notice anything about the team not getting the shots you're looking for?
The games were different, the same and different at the same time. Florida State, we got a lot of open looks. We didn't finish, especially early. We were 6 for 24, I believe, in the first quarter. And that rattled us because we were getting wide open layups, wide open threes. We weren't hitting. And then we were going down there and, just wasn't focused on defense. And they were scoring and we weren't. This one, we didn't get some of the looks that we got in the Florida State game because we weren't executing. We weren't on the same page at all. So you might have 4 people running a play, and somebody's lost. So we weren't really getting high percentage shots. There were some wide open shots, but for the most part, that we weren't getting high percentage shots, and we were forcing shots, trying to make something happen because we just weren't setting and using screens. We talk about that a lot. When we set and use screens and understand what we're trying to do, we can score.
You were up 7-4 when Kamara picked up her second foul and went to the bench, and then in her absence, Tech kind of went ahead and took control. Were you tempted to you eventually put her back in the second quarter. Were you tempted to put her in earlier, or is that a tough decision for a coach?
It wasn't really, the first quarter, it was about, a 5-point game or something like that. So I didn't want to put her back in the first quarter to get her third foul. And then, at this point, we have one true point guard. Obviously, P did a good job trying to hold it down for Mo. But if she was to foul out of the game, it would have been a problem. But then they started punching a little bit in the beginning of the second quarter. I put her in with probably 8 minutes, 8 something on the clock, just because I think it went to an 8 or 10 point game, and I didn't want it to get out of hand, and just needed to get some continuity back.
Paris, after beating him in Blacksburg, what made Tech tougher to defend this time around?
I think it just came down to us following our principles and just communicating. Tech is a great team. They executed, they did what they had to do, but I think it just came down to us just having each other's backs and playing our principles.
And on the flip side, I guess, did Tech do certain things on defense to make it a tough shooting day for you guys?
Like Coach Mock said, we didn't set and use screens. We didn't really execute on the offensive end. And so I think it just really came down to that.